Hey, what's going on, team? Greetings. Todd Cahill here. I'm part of your support team and leadership team. Hey, I wanted to make a video because I thought it was appropriate because I work a lot with people in our WhatsApp chats and our Focus 30, and I love developing leaders, but I don't necessarily talk to everybody. So if you don't know me, I'll just share my brief, Dun& Bradstreet 30-second story. I've been in this industry since I was pretty much born, 9 months old. Grew up in 5 Mary Kay Cadillacs in the 80s. My mom was very successful. She was always part-time. That's why I always look up to women, especially because that was my mom, and she always had that extra side hustle going in the 80s. And then in the 90s, I was introduced to another great company that Robert Wagner, the Academy Award winner, was doing. And when I was about 15 years old, I went to my first national convention. Then I got scholarships, high school and stuff, went to Liberty University, played sports, had an athletic mindset. And then I was introduced to people like Jim Dornan and Heather Dornan, and they were in Quickstar, and never made any money, but just learned that growth of how to be an entrepreneur and really get that spirit of entrepreneurship. Then I actually worked for a guy named John Maxwell for a few years. That was my only W-2 job I've ever had. Made $25,000 a year about 20 years ago. Traveled the country with him. Worked with Kenneth Blanchard, Michael Abrashoff of the Navy. Had one of the best ships there. Incredible book. It's called It's Your Ship. Stud of a guy. And Rudy Giuliani. Back then it was like September 11th, right after. So we did events with him and leadership. And the point was like a ministry that we would attract a lot of people to come into churches in the secular community on a Saturday. We're listening to people like Joe Gibbs, who was the former Super Bowl champion, I think, of the Washington Redskins back in the day. But anyway, I really got a great head start in my early 20s, had great mentors, and then moved to San Diego in 2003, and then to start a Bible church. And then in 2004, I was introduced to direct sales. My first company was Prepaid Legal. Now it's Legal Shield. I did that for 9 years, was a regional vice president of Chicago and also San Diego. We went from 0 to like 1,000 people coming to the events that I hosted in downtown San Diego. It was incredible. And then actually I went to the skincare business, kind of like similar to LEMD. We had a night cream. It was not prescription. It was only a night cream and a day cream. And my organization for many years was doing $100 million a year in volume. And that was a unilevel plan and stuff like that. And then I actually just wanted to transition in the health and wellness space because that's more my thing. And I went to Isogenics for a few years and did very well there. So each of those 3 companies, I made millions of dollars in respectively, was honored and got all the accolades or whatever. But in 2019, I actually quit the industry, retired, whatever you want to call it, because you could just buy a lot of these products that I mentioned, except for the legal insurance, on Amazon. So whatever's not a service company, whatever's a product company, I could just buy that on Amazon. So from 2020, I started my own company. I became the CEO of an institute called Inside Out Institute. We did that for 3 years while I was doing corporate affiliate marketing with Kevin O'Leary. We're doing stuff with the ERC program. I still get paid on that. So that was a massive success, even though there was a delay for a year on the commissions. But yeah, worked with a great firm there, did a lot of Section 125 stuff. And about a year ago, that's when this peptide thing came up in a conversation that we were going to bring it business to business. But here we are now with LEMD. When I first saw LEMD's website, I was blown away by it. And it wasn't as good as it is today. In fact, I was in Nashville visiting my daughter, and my friend Chris Casey, my business partner, shared the link with me. And I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute. This is not an MLM. This does not look like anything I've been a part of. This is not a product that I can go buy on Amazon. So you mean to tell me I can fill this questionnaire and then get trizepatide? I can get a GLP-1. I can get all these peptides delivered to my doorstep if I qualify? He's like, absolutely. I said, sign me up. This really looks good. In my first month, I recruited 21 brand partners, and a couple of those women took off and actually at the top position of the company. But I sat around. I want you guys to know this. I don't want you to do this. I think it's important for you. And the reason I'm sharing my story is I want you to really get this. I want you to understand, because it's not about me, but parts of my story, I really want you to kind of think about and be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to sit there. So from like September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and even a little bit of April, I just sat and watched, because I was like leading another company. Okay, it had nothing to do with like direct sales. It was just my own thing that I was doing with some business partners. And I was doing a little bit there. I was on the peptides. Believe me, I was working out. I loved it. I went from 240 to 213 at 6'6". But at the same time, I was watching those 2 women kind of grow the business. So every month, and I can show you my graphs, I've never had a month like this. It's always been like this. Even today, I've never been a part of a business that, okay, that was a great month. Oh, we had a bad month. Oh, December was not that good because of Christmas. No, it's been like this since day one. And that's your first wake up call. When you really go even half in, like I did, you're still going to grow. And then around April or May, and again, I don't want you to wait around for this like I did, but I was at that place where I was a little bit skeptical of LEMD in general, I'll be honest with you, meaning I didn't know much about it. So you're always skeptical. I mean, when you're dating someone, you're skeptical because you don't know them very well. You haven't traveled with them yet. You haven't maybe done certain things with them yet. So of course you're always going to be skeptical. So once I got to know the leadership, once I had conversations, once I got to know Laura, a corporate, you probably know Laura. Once I got to know Honey Sagari, I was like, wait a minute, okay, I could be one of the first men to actually come on board because it was women dominated. And the only reason it was women dominated is because, it organically happened that way. Honey's a woman. She recruited some women that were very sharp in the industry. And then they walked away from 20, 30, 40,000 a month to come over here like Blair and Kelly Hoover. So that it just kind of organically happened that way. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's not just like a Mary Kay thing. It's actually like I could be kind of a person that comes in as a catalyst, as a man, because peptides are very sexy for men and they're also very sexy for women. Women have different issues than men, but at the same time, men and women also have similar issues too. When it comes to testosterone, and then of course women with hormonal therapy that's coming out, and then just all the stuff, right? It's so cool for both men and women to be a part of this. So I made a decision, and this is what I really want. Once you do what I did, okay, and this is the point of making this video right now because I'm reaching out to you because you're a brand partner. I don't know if you're incredibly active right now. Maybe you haven't done anything. Maybe you canceled your peptides. Maybe you're loving the I don't know, because I'm going to be texting everyone in my organization individually this video. Once you just make the decision to be like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go all in. And let me tell you why you should go all in. So I want to actually read some stats with you that I ChatGPT'd and Googled. I just want you guys to understand how important it is for you to understand market trends. So imagine 2013, I did a video and we've known each other and I said, Tesla, Elon Musk. In 2024, Elon Musk is going to be huge in the presidential race. Elon Musk is going to be a first ever trillionaire, but it's 2013 and you're like, Tesla's stupid, electric cars are stupid. And imagine if saying, listen, if you have 10 grand right now, you've got to put 10 grand into Tesla, like right now. And if you know what you know now, you would, even if you didn't have $10,000 back in 2013, you would find it. Even if you don't even like Elon, you're not stupid, okay? So, I mean, I would have definitely done it. You would have definitely done it. What about Bitcoin? Even in 2015, what if I said buy a bunch of Bitcoin? You're definitely like, heck yeah, I'm buying Bitcoin, right? This is one of those moments. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not a hype person. Listen, my brand is all about growth, health, and wealth. I've been around the block. I don't need to hype anything. I don't need to represent a company because I need something out of you, or I just need some extra money because I'm struggling. Like, that's not my heart. My heart is I want to grow in anything that I do as a person, as spirituality. I want to grow my I want to do something that God's proud of. I want to do something that I'm proud of. I want to do something that's exciting, that I can get behind, and I can talk to anybody. I could talk to a doctor. I could talk to a celebrity. I could talk to an influential person, and I could be like, excited about this and not embarrassed by it. See, I think the MLM space is pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you. That's why I retired in 2019, because I was embarrassed to sell shakes that you can get on Amazon for half the price. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for myself. I don't want to promote something that someone can just get a lot cheaper price. And I'm not talking about peptides, because yeah, you can get cheaper price research grade, but it's different because you're going through a doctor, you're going through a prescription. With a shake or an energy drink, like, I can get this at Amazon half the price than a gas station, okay? So it's just like, that's not smart business to me. What's smart is having something that now with LEMD, we have our own pharmacy that's an arm length away. We don't own it, but we have a pharmacy that's literally contracted through LEMD officially. There's so much that's coming that you guys don't know about that I can't say right now, but it's just unbelievable. The personalized health, that some of it was already launched a few days ago. It's going to keep getting personalized. Imagine when you do a blood test, you send it into the pharmacy or the doctor, and then he or she prescribes exactly the peptides that you need based on your blood type and based on the blood test that you got the diagnostics back. So it's like, boom, that's where we're going even by the end of this year. So this is your wake-up call. Even if you're excited about this already, I want you to go through the move. I want you to take this to the next level. I want to make sure that we build a relationship. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable, that you have the support, that you feel that you're supported, that you feel like, okay, if I text Todd Cahill, he's not too busy for me. And the answer is I'm not. Now, I'll get back to you 24 hours or less. Usually I get back to people right away. That's kind of my claim to fame, is I've never been that leader that just ignores my organization, ever. So sometimes I text too fast, to be honest with you. So especially if there's like an issue, I'm like, well, you know, I almost get nervous. But I've worked a lot on that because I've grown as a leader and stuff like that. But my whole point is I do get back to people. I do help as much as I possibly can. Even if you're not even in my financial lines anymore, maybe if I cut off, maybe you're like 8 levels deep or 10 levels deep and, you know, whatever, I still will work with you. It's just my personality. It's just my character. It's my core values. And I just want to say up front, I don't consider this an MLM at all. If you're promoting this as an MLM, I feel sorry for you. Like, it's not an MLM. I don't like MLMs. I feel like 99% of them are just not good. I won't get into why, but I've seen it all, and that's why I quit the industry. This is different. This is unique. It's a multi-level compensation plan, which is fantastic. So I've been in the corporate space when we were working with Kevin O'Leary and the ERC program. That was 2 levels deep. So if I bring on someone who crushes it, great. But if they bring on someone that crushes it, oh, that sucks for me, but not good for them. So like I didn't like that. It's still kind of killing for your food. Like Amazon is corporate affiliate marketing, Lululemon, Tesla. Like you can't go past 2 levels deep because it's not multi-level. In this space, this is corporate affiliate marketing because we're really doing what people in corporate doing. I mean, health insurance used to cover GLP-1s. It still does if you're diabetic, but not anymore, especially going into the new year. Health insurance benefits. I mean, you have to look at this as like, this is like the real world. This is not some MLM that is coming from, you know, Philippines and a special seed was born. And, you know, all these dumb stories that you hear about MLM, about drinking this juice, or, hey, you know, if you drink this, you know, your hair won't fall out. Or, hey, if you take this supplement, oh, you're gonna, you know, change your life. I mean, all that stuff usually is BS. But we have real science, we have real doctors, real pharmacies, compounding pharmacies, not research pharmacies, 503A, which is always under scrutiny and testing all the time for 100% purity in all the peptides. So I just want you guys to understand what you're sitting on is insane. So again, my 3 core values are: number 1, growth. Am I going to grow as a person doing LEMD? Am I going to grow as a leader? The answer is yes. Am I going to grow my finances? Am I going to grow my health? Am I going to grow as a husband, a wife, a leader, a brother, a father? Yes. Am I going to become a better person by doing LEMD? Yes. Okay, and that's not BS. The second thing, my core values, is my health. Without health, you're nothing, right? So health is wealth, so I put more of an emphasis on my health than my wealth. So if I can have energy, if I can be in shape, if I can be working out, which is my passion anyway, why not put my wealth behind that? So meaning I'm putting my brand, my message, my you versus you ecosystem that I've created for many years, the mindset, the coaching, everything that I'm about, everything I've done into this. This is part of my ecosystem. So LE is the health side, okay? And then the wealth side is you can also do LE to build your wealth, because residual income is so rare that I don't think people understand. Like if you're in the normal direct sales industry, I was talking to a lady yesterday about it. She's great. And she was just telling me the same thing that I've been telling people for years, is whether I did Isogenics, Nerium, prepaid legal, we'd have a great month. So let's say we killed October. October was a phenomenal month, crushed it. I rank advanced, everyone rank advanced. Well, then November 1st, I got to be this guy again. I got to be Tony Robbins. I got to literally, wake up and be like, all right, the month's over. Let's crush it again, because all those 3 companies did not have that carryover. So whatever I ended up on at the end of October, it's over. I'm going to get paid on it once and that's it. And then I have to now produce again to continue that residual income. And if I fall out of rank or something, oh my gosh, I make no money. So that's not what LE is, because once you get a peptide, you have that money coming in for minimum 3 months on the trizepatide, let's say, and then once they're on it, they're going to keep it. Especially if they're using it, you're plugging them into the community. You're a good sponsor. You're mindful, right? You're helping people grow. You're getting them education, like we had last night on the Dr. Jason Pinsek call, right? With corporate. I mean, that stuff is insane. Like I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm loving it. So like I'm changing my diet here. I'm making sure I get this protein. We learned about protein chips that you can get on Amazon. I mean, like these little 1%ers make people want to stick around. and then also get on glutathione, NAD, some of the sexual health peptides. Like, that's phenomenal. Okay, so we have such a sticky product. Now, this is what's insane. So let me read this. I saw this on ChatGPT, and some of you might, what you're about to hear, you might say, okay, that's cool. But I read a book many years ago, and the book is called Outliers. It's by Malcolm Gladwell. Malcolm Gladwell is a New York Times bestselling author. He's wrote some phenomenal books. He's one of my favorite authors. Cool dude, too. He's friends with a lot of cool celebrities and stuff. He's just a cool dude. And he wrote in one of the chapters, so a lot of you heard of like the 10,000 hours. Like, once you put in 10,000 hours of anything, you're absolutely an expert in it. It doesn't matter what it is. One of the chapters is like market penetration, right? So when a product or service hits at least 2% market penetration, it only takes 5 to 7 years thereafter to hit over 52% market penetration. So I was doing my research just this morning, and I was blown away. So, and again, ChatGPT 5.1 says, as of 2024, about 4% of all Americans are on a GLP-1 for weight loss or type 2 diabetes. So that's where all GLP-1s formulated first. It was one of the greatest discoveries in big pharma history, and I'm not a huge fan of big pharma, probably not. Like, you see all these commercials, you know, with all these happy families, and then this could cause discomfort and diarrhea and suicidal thoughts. Like, it's like big pharma is like, wait, what? What am I watching? But with this, though, it was one of the greatest discoveries on accident, if you understand what GLP-1 is, right? So what did I just say, guys? Not this year, but last year, there was a 4% market penetration on GLP-1. Okay, what did Malcolm Gladwell say? He said once a product or service hits 2%, it only takes 5 to 7 years to hit 52% market penetration. That means 1 out of 2 Americans in the next 4 to 5 years, based on these numbers, are going to already be on GLP-1 or peptides. We have a window right now, and this is why I'm like, hello McFly, like Back to the Future. Hello, McFly. You gotta wake up. There's not, for me, I waited 6 months. Stupid. If I had to take that back, that's my one regret. It's just I should have been all in day one. But I didn't know. I was a pioneer. None of you were joined. So I literally had to do my research and understand. I didn't even know what peptides were. But I wish I would have just went all in a year ago, because I would absolutely be doing millions of volume right now. So I've only really been doing this for about 6 months. Okay, so the bottom line is, don't do what I did. You have an opportunity after seeing this video right now to go all in. Okay, and when I say go all in, I'm not saying quit your job, quit your family. No, I'm saying do an hour a day all in. Do 2 hours a day all in. Whatever you do all in. Read, learn, grow, take action. Have a strategy call with me. Have a strategy call with your leaders. Do what it takes for your family. And everyone's motivated by different things, but we're all motivated by financial freedom. So financial freedom could be $5,000 a month for you. It could be $50,000 a month for you. I don't know. But whatever it is, the sky's the limit. You can accomplish it. You can make $100,000 a month. You can make over $100,000 a month. You can make whatever you want. Like, the sky's the limit with this business. But there's certain things that you need to learn, certain things about social media, compliance, personal branding, using it yourself. Now, I will say, one of the biggest points I want to make from this video is you need to get on the right peptides. If you're not on peptides because, I can't afford it right now, listen, you got to stop. The mindset, I write this in my book, that's the spirit of poverty. Well, Todd, you don't understand my situation. Okay, here's what I understand. I normally charge $20,000 to $25,000 a year in my consulting business. People pay me that. I'm charging you nothing. So for my coaching, my expertise, especially in network marketing, literally I've been doing it for 24 years. I know more about this than most people on planet Earth. And that's not a pat on my back. That's not an ego thing. That's just the truth. It's not ego if you can back it up. So I'm literally coaching you and helping you for free. Okay? So you can at least go buy some peptides to help your health so that you look better, so that you could be a better product and a better model, so that people don't look at you and be like, oh, never mind, I'm not into it. So, because I'm not on it, I'm still obese, or I'm still overweight, or whatever it is, like whatever your situation is, people, it's like, I don't want to hire a fat, I'm not saying anyone's fat, but I'm just saying, I'm giving the example. I don't want to hire a fat personal trainer. Hello? Especially if if I'm already leaned out, I want to get more muscular. I'm not going to hire that guy or that girl. She's literally doesn't look like she worked out a day in her life. It matters. People judge you. You're not going to stop, oh, that's not nice. No one should judge me. No, they do. You're probably judging me right now. You're probably judging my hair, or judging the color of my shirt, or judging, I don't know, whatever. Focus, okay? Focus on you. Stop judging. The bottom line is people do it, get over it, okay? So you have to be a walking model based on your age, based on your sex, I'm not saying if you're a woman in your 50s, you gotta look like you're 20. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for your height, for your weight, you literally, one of the biggest things that drives you or should drive you is you wanna get into the best shape of your life at your age, realistically. How much pounds you need to lose? What's your inflammation? How can we reduce it? What's your skin look like? Does your skin need work? Are you on the collagen peptide? What about if you're sore all the time, or you have lack of energy, NAD plus, or the Wolverine stack, BBC 157, TB 500, open up those blood cells, okay, blood vessels. So understand what these peptides do to your body. Understand what do you want. What do you want going into a new year? Let's get you so awesomely in shape before January 1st of 2026 so that you can really grow your business and make tons of money and not be like, well, I don't have the money. Oh, shucks. Oh, man. Listen, guys, we're not asking. The peptides are not that expensive. They're not expensive. It's just, a couple $100s a month for something that could literally change your life. People spend $200 a month on a Friday night on a date night. Okay, that's what I'm going to be spending on Saturday, going out to a steakhouse and probably at least $300. A couple drinks, a couple steaks, dessert. Yeah, it'll be a $300 night for me this Saturday. Okay, so I'm just saying, there you go. So I could literally buy glutathione for a lot less than that per month. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, we got to stop the whole excuse thing, because the other thing that's ridiculous is the mindset of someone that says it's $79 and that's it, and then also is complaining about money. This business model could be $7,000 to join, and I would pay it. See, if I paid $7,000 and in a few months I started making 10 grand, 12 grand, 15 grand a month in residual income, is that a great investment? Absolutely. But we're paying $79, getting 50 of that back if we do 500 PV our first 30 days, by the way. So it's only $29, and then getting peptides. That's all a write-off in your taxes anyway. And then on top of that, you're going to go market it, make money unlimited. You only have to pay a $5 tech fee. And still people quit. They're like, my friend said no to me. I'm not going to do this anymore. And it's just like, you're an idiot. Okay, sorry, but no offense. But that's stupid business mindset. It's stupid. Listen, Mark Cuban, if you ever watch the show Shark Tank, is in GLP-1 business. All the sharks are in GLP-1 business. They're in peptide business. Kevin O'Leary, I work with him. He's an amazing guy. He's not mean like he portrays himself as. He's awesome. We helped billions and billions. We helped small business owners get billions of dollars back in 2 years. These are people that are all putting their name behind it. Everywhere you turn, whether it's an actor, a celebrity, Joe Rogan, people on the Joe Rogan podcast, Dr. Huberman, Peter Attia, Attia, he's all over 60 Minutes and all over YouTube saying how great GLP-1s are, semaglutide, trizepatide. Tony Robbins wrote the book Life Force, which is in my other room, but it's all about GLP-1s. This is in 2022, talking about anti-aging, NAD, glutathione, all this stuff. So it's like we have everything that people want, but we're getting at the highest compounding pharmacy in America. We have now a partnership specifically only for LEMD with that pharmacy. And you're making money up to 5 levels deep once you're the executive director. You have bonuses, lifestyle bonuses, and you make unlimited on generational bonuses once you develop senior manager legs, in addition to everything I just said. You're making up to 40% commission by just doing whatever you want without even bringing brand partners in, and someone is still quitting the business. Like, what other business model are you going to do for $79 measly and you're quitting this? That's like being married to the perfect person and you divorce them because you didn't like one thing they said to you. It's crazy. And that's just me. Hey, if you don't like to do it, great. I mean, my story was I had to, really understand it first, but that was way back when it first joined. You don't have to do what I did. I can tell you everything in 5 minutes, answer all your questions. So don't delay on this. Go after this, but you only have a small window, in my opinion. And I'll close with this. The market right now is, as of 2024, was $53.5 billion. Okay, we'll call it $54 billion. In the next 5 years, it's spanning, in America only, to $157 billion. 157 billion. So it goes from 54 to 157. Okay? Yeah, 157. So that is a 3x conservatively. That is only, you ready for this? GLP-1 only. Semaglutide, trizepatide, maybe rutaglide are the third one. All the other ones are not even mentioned. What about all the longevity peptides? There's, the FDA already approved like 70 plus peptides. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? This is just GLP-1 weight management, which is just the first conversation. It's just the gateway peptide, because 70+% of Americans are overweight, 43% are obese. So 7 out of 10 Americans need to get on the trizepatide. 7 out of 10. Then they can move to microdosing or glutathione, NAD, or any of the other ones, right? Now, 3 out of 10 might get on NAD first or get on the Wolverine stack. They don't need, or maybe microdosing, because that's more longevity, more kind of staying leaned out, right? Like the people that are already in shape. So I'm just saying, like, this is why if you don't treat it seriously, you're going to miss out on $100 to $200 billion market share within the next 3 to 5 years that you literally can capitalize, and being the only company in America that's doing this in the affiliate marketing space that's multi-level up to 5 levels deep, okay? That's why I'm representing this company with my growth, with my brand, with my mindset, with my body and soul, that I'm making videos and promoting and putting my brand behind it when I can do anything that I want after all these years and position myself in any company. I chose this for all those reasons and beyond. So if I'm choosing this, and I can literally go coach people for a living using my book, leveraging all the stuff that I'm doing in the movie business and being on TV and stuff, listen, I choose this because this is more rewarding. This has multi-verticals. I love being on the peptides, and it's super, super good for us. Okay, I love it. So in closing, guys, here's the decision you have to make after watching this. Even if you already made the decision, you should definitely maybe set some new vows for your goals. Meaning, if you are already in, let's think 2 times bigger, 3 times bigger than that. If you haven't really made that decision, be like, should I do it? Should I not? I don't know. I had a guy that was negative to me. Who cares? Who cares? Everyone is different, okay? So there's going to be people that are going to be negative to you about this. There's going to be skeptics. I mean, go to Justin Bieber's page. Go to any celebrity's page. You're not going to always see praise and worship. You're going to see like negative, haters, all over it. I mean, no matter if the president's Trump or Obama, half the country's going to hate him and half the country's going to love him. It doesn't matter. It's not just Trump. When Obama was in, all the Republicans hated Obama. It's like, it's the same thing, flip-flop every 4 years. Half the country hates, half the country loves. But that doesn't mean we don't have a country. We still have to run the country. So you got to get over this whole, well, I had one guy, I had one lady, or, oh, if I can just get this one doctor in. Oh my gosh, Todd, you have no idea. No, listen. Go make a list of 100 people, okay? And this is exactly the action steps I would take. Make a list of 100 people in a $5 notebook. Write them down. Facebook, your contact list, Instagram, everyone in your and just write them all down. Blah, blah, blah. And literally, you can use a video I just made today that's 20 minutes about why I'm doing the business. You can even leverage that. You can leverage the webinars, the business presentations, or even just the educational series if you're just getting customers only. And just reach out to them and just be like, listen, this is a project that I'm working on. My core values are I love to grow, health is everything, and I want to build wealth. I want to teach people financial literacy. I want to help people grow their finances. That's the 3 reasons I want to be on. I mean, just borrow my core pillars. I want to grow myself as a person. I want to grow myself as a mother, or whoever you are, whatever your background. Share your story. I've been on these peptides for this long. I love the leadership. I love the growth. Number 2, I love what it's doing for my health. And then number 3, this is how much money I made. This is how much money I plan on make. This is my passion to help people get financial literacy, to start getting a cash flow that they can invest. They can have single moms. Maybe they can have maybe their ex is not paying their child support. This is a way they can protect themselves. This is how they can build a residual income that comes in whether they work or not. So I'm excited about this. I want you to really reach out to me. Let's work together and let's crush it together. Thank you so much.